Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
That breaking news comes in the trial of Jennifer Crumley. She is the mother of the convicted Oxford High School shooter. Just a short time ago, a jury was seated in the case. Crumley facing 4 charges of involuntary manslaughter, accused of not doing enough to stop her son from going on a killing spree that left 4 students dead. Sean Lay has been in court all day long during jury selection. So tell us, Sean, what can you tell us about the jury?
Let's talk right about it, because a lot of people are interested in this landmark case. It's never happened before. A parent being charged in a school shooting with their child responsible for that shooting. Here's the jury. Took about a day and a half, I'll say, to reach this jury. 17 people we're talking about here. We're talking about 10 women, all Caucasian appears like, and 7 men, six appear to be Caucasian. 1 is a young African-American male. Everybody here, very sharp, very direct with their questions. You can tell this jury is engaged in what they are doing and why they are here. Earlier, you could tell some people absolutely did not want to be on this jury. They told the judge the truth about how they felt about certain questions about guns, certain questions about the case. But this jury says they can be fair, they can be impartial when it comes to Jennifer Crumley. One key question, Karen, was, Jennifer Crumley is sitting right here in front of you. Do you have an opinion about her? And everyone, all 17 said, no, we want to hear the evidence. She's innocent until proven guilty. We do not have an opinion about her right now. Karen?
All right, give us a little perspective, a little bit about Jennifer today in court, and also talk to us about the drama. I heard something happened after the jury was seated.
Sure. And what a stressful situation for Jennifer Crumley. You know, she's been over at the jail since December 4th, 2021. Each time we've seen her for preliminary hearings, she's been in an orange jumpsuit, her wrists chained around her waist. This time, she's able to dress like she is a mom. She's not convicted of anything. She's gone through this horrible situation with her son. So she had a gray top on, gray pants, and black shoes, and she looks incredibly stressed. Sometimes her face turns red, sometimes she looks down, but she's engaged also, listening to every word you can tell of this process, because this is a very serious situation with those charges. Also, real quick, Karen, after the jury was seated and left, they haven't been sworn in yet, the defense attorney Shannon Smith said, hey, we want to know who the prosecutors are going to call tomorrow as witnesses. The prosecutors jumped up and said, we're not going to tell you because we don't know exactly right now due to scheduling. We're going to huddle about this. The judge says, hey, this is a very sensitive situation. I want you guys to figure out who you're going to call, and by 9:30 tonight, you let Ms. Smith know who you're going to call. This trial starts first thing tomorrow morning.
All right, we appreciate the coverage, and we'll be checking back with you at 5 o'clock tonight. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Karen.
As Sean said, opening statements start tomorrow morning. Court scheduled for 8:30. We are streaming coverage wall to wall on Local 4 Plus and clickondetroit.com. We'll also be getting expert analysis of the testimony as it happens. So if you don't have Local 4 Plus, you definitely want to download the app wherever you stream your news content for full coverage. Our other big story today, we have new body cam video, and there will not be criminal charges against police officers who shot a man they say was coming at them with a knife. So here's the deal. Shelby Township Police say they ordered the man to drop that weapon several times, and here's some of the video.
Drop the knife now! He's coming at us with a knife. Drop the knife now! Drop the knife! Drop the knife! The knife now! Drop the knife! Put it down! Drop the knife! Put the knife down!
The Macomb County Sheriff says the whole thing started when 30-year-old Miles Farish stabbed his mother 14 to 16 times at the Shelby Oaks apartment complex on January 9th. He says Farish then called 911, demanding police come and kill him, or he would kill them. The sheriff says the officers in this case did what they needed to do.
When you look at policy, you look at applicable state law, these officers, it was a textbook situation. Again, nobody wants to be in this situation. Nobody wants to discharge their firearm. But in this situation, you know, just from the call and from his actions, you know, he wasn't going to stop until something was done. And again, they used great restraints. They used all of their training.
Now clear, the officers should be back on the streets by this Friday. We haven't heard anything from Farish or his attorney. He's under guard in the hospital facing assault charges. His mom did survive the attack, but we don't have any updates on her condition right now. In your first forecast, I think most of us are okay with a break from that snow, but rain and fog can still cause some problems. Pretty dreary out there as we take a look at our cameras in Southfield. Brian Sherman is in for Kim Adams tonight. Brian, I think we will need to definitely be careful out there tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Karen. That fog has been very persistent since early this morning, and we are expecting that to continue through the overnight and the first part of our Thursday. Our dense fog advisory continues for all of southeastern Michigan until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, as visibility, especially late tonight, could go near zero in some locations into early tomorrow morning as well. Exact Track 40 radar, widespread rain across the region the entire day today. That's helping to give us the moisture from the snowpack as well to create that fog, and we will keep that fog and some rain showers in the forecast early through the first half of the evening. I think rain showers taper off after 8 to 10 o'clock this evening, but then we've got another round of rain showers on the way as we head into Thursday. But if you're wanting any more snow, really not going to be your forecast. We'll talk more about our rain chances for the end of the weekend and next week as well. Your complete 4-1 forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Karen?
All right, we are all in for the Detroit Lions push to the Super Bowl. In just 4 days, they will be playing their first NFC championship in 32 years. They'll face the top-seeded San Francisco 49ers, and we're tracking the team's preparations today. Head coach Dan Campbell gave his assessment of the high-powered Niners.
They're aggressive. It's a bully mentality. And they have an identity, an attitude, sound schemes. They're going to test your boundaries. They're going to find weaknesses and then just try to pepper you on those. So this is a heck of a matchup.
And we'll have Lions coverage all week long, including another all-in special. This one live from California, the night before the big game. Bernie Smilovic, Hoagie Artigue will break down all you need to know Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Now, Decision 2024. Former President Trump wins New Hampshire. Nikki Haley isn't giving up, and President Joe Biden just grabbed the endorsement of the United Auto Workers Union. Let's get to Kimberly Gill. And Kim, the UAW is ready to stand with President Biden.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. Just a short time ago, UAW President Shawn Fain spent several minutes outlining the differences between the current and former president. And Fain made it clear he believes President Biden has a history of standing by union workers, while the former president, he says, does not. Listen to this.
If Donald Trump ever worked in an auto plant, he wouldn't be a UAW member. He'd be a company man trying to squeeze the American worker.
Now, you may remember President Biden visited a UAW picket line during the strike, the first time a sitting president has done so. Still, during our coverage of the strike, we found the rank and file aren't necessarily unanimous in their support of Biden. If Trump is indeed the Republican nominee, you can expect a fight for those blue-collar votes. Right now, Biden welcomes the endorsement and says he's already delivered.
Look, I kept my commitment to be the most pro-union president ever. I'm proud you have my back. Let me just say I'm honored to have your back and you have mine. That's the deal.
Well, so far we haven't heard a response from former President Trump to the endorsement. We'll, of course, keep you posted. Plus, we'll have more on the race between former President Trump and Nikki Haley when you join us for Local 4 News at 5 o'clock. For now, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim. In just a few hours, Governor Gretchen Whitmer will deliver her 6th State of the State address. Now, she is expected to propose things like free community college for high school graduates who don't already have a college degree. State Republicans held a preemptive news conference today, accusing the governor of being more talk than action.
At the end of Gretchen Whitmer's first 5 years, and we can get in, there are details and there are these one-off little things that you're going to hear today that are really, these short-term ideas that are designed to generate a lot of press and attention toward perhaps national political ambitions, but are not a bold, coordinated economic growth plan. And that's why, after 5 years, we're still here today.
The governor has her say tonight. We'll have live coverage of Whitmer's address this evening, streaming on Local 4 Plus and online at clickondetroit.com. That starts at 7. You can find the Go For It spirit in many different ways, including a matchmaking site for local nonprofits who would love to meet you. Most of you probably know how dating apps work, so we are going to talk about something similar to help you do good deeds. Paula Tubman is live in Detroit to introduce us to an organization that is seeding Southeast Michigan with volunteers and inviting you to become a part of it all. Paula.
Hi, Karen. Hi, everybody. Yeah, so of course when you say matchmaking, you get a visual, right? And then when I take you inside this room for a peek, you're going to say, what on earth? This is a room filled with little girls. It's going to make sense in a moment because this is just one of the programs that's a real benefit or that's gotten a real benefit from this idea that you can match volunteers with organizations, and it is a beautiful marriage. There's a joyful crowd at the Anastasia and Katie's coffee shop in Livonia, and Marissa is in the thick of it.
I love everything.
Zach is 20. This is his first big paying job.
It's pretty good, actually.
It is?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I like to there's free food for me at break.
The coffee shop is a nonprofit social venture that employs adults with disabilities. My Work Matters had a lot of balls in the air and desperately needed someone to catch them all and organize them. Enter Karen, who had spare time and a giving heart. She knew she wanted to volunteer but didn't know how to find an organization that would be a good fit. She stumbled over Share Detroit.
My Work Matters needed someone to help with their external communications. They needed some help with proofreading and editing, some help with creating some graphics, all those things I could do from home on my time.
It's been a match made in nonprofit heaven. Karen's skill sets matched with My Work Matters needs.
I became the proofreader. I do some editing. And then, when they have their events, I like to come and help at their events too.
Share Detroit is a web platform that matchmakes people with volunteer opportunities.
We just have created a platform to allow people to figure out how they want to do good or how they want to help.
It's kind of a dating app to do good. If you or your organization or a group of pals want to contribute to something great, you can jump onto the Share Detroit website. There are 365 nonprofits, and because few people have time to research and vet 365 different organizations and their missions, Share Detroit will do the heavy lifting for you and find your perfect match. When you connect the dots, you have Karen, who found her perfect match for volunteer work in the nonprofit My Work Matters, which can now find more meaningful work for folks like Marissa and Zach because of the work Karen is doing for them, which makes our world a better place.
Our job is to help make it easy for people to give back.
Okay, so there are so many nonprofits, and they are looking for you. So we're giving you a peek inside of this particular program, Mercy Education Project. We're going to tell you more about that. I've been talking to some of these young women. Wait until you find out what they're learning. You might just want to be a volunteer. So we've got a lot coming up, Karen. 5:30, we're going to talk to the CEO of Share Detroit, and at 6 o'clock, we're going to find out more about this program and how this matchmaking project works to help future women of Detroit and America.
Oh my goodness, I love it. I didn't even know it existed. This matchmaking thing is cool. All right, we'll check back with you later. All right. Thanks, Paula. By the way, the new year is a great time to start some volunteer work. So if you want to explore your options, just go to sharedetroit.org to get started. As Paula said, we will be talking about these opportunities at 5 and 6. So make sure to stay with us. Lots more.